Hello everyone! If you watched my last video about using your GoPro and using the new Labs feature, which lets you automatically start recording as soon as the GoPro senses that it's in motion, you'll know that I was kind of annoyed that you have to scan that barcode every time you powered up your GoPro. Well, it turns out that you don't have to do that. There is a way to tell it to run scripts automatically every time it boots up. But you have to be kind of careful because you could potentially brick your GoPro if you do that. So one way you can do that is you can scan a barcode and tell it to save that script and run it every time it boots up. But if you give it the wrong command, you potentially could cause your GoPro to get stuck in an infinite boot loop where it's always trying to read something, it fails and it can't do it, and you can never get it out of that again. So the suggestion from GoPro is to save a script to the SD card on the camera and tell your camera every time it boots up to load whatever's in that SD card script. That way, if you screw up the script, you can modify it later and have it load something else. So the first step you need to take to do this is to go over to GoPro's website and tell it what you want the script to do, and you'll tell it to save this specific script to a file. So here I am on the motion detection start and stop captures web page, and if you adjust the settings to the sensitivity and everything that you want, you're going to want to go down here at the bottom and you want to copy this QR command. That's the script you're going to want to run, so I'll copy that. And then I'm going to go over to this other GoPro Labs page where it lets you manually run commands or configure commands to be run. And on here, I need to first of all type in save boot equals, and then I'm going to paste in the command I got from the other page. Now at this point, I'm going to turn on my GoPro and I'm going to point it at that QR code, and it has now saved that boot command, popped up on the screen there briefly. And then there's another command, so that I think saved the file to the SD card. And now I want to create a script on the GoPro itself that tells it to load that script. So I'm going to go back to the web page here, and I'm going to paste in !mboot equals !lboot. And I'll scan that with my GoPro. Boot command lboot. All set, and it automatically ran it already, and it says it's going to start detecting motion, and now it's recording just like that. And as always, you can use the start stop recording button to cancel a script. So let's test that again. I'm going to turn it off, and I'll turn my GoPro back on again, and we'll be able to see in the GoPro, of course it's all blurry, that it runs the boot command automatically when it starts. And now it's going to detect motion in 3, 2, 1. And it detected motion, and now it's recording. Oh, and one more thing I almost forgot to mention. Because this script is saved to your SD card, if you're like me and you format your SD card almost every time before you start to use it to get rid of all the old footage, it will delete the script from the SD card. So you want to be careful to don't delete it if you want to keep using it, or have a printed out copy of the QR codes handy with you so you can just rescan them again and get it all set up again every time you format your memory card. That's all there is to it. Now you can set your GoPro to automatically run whatever you would have been able to start up with a QR code.